And we are live. Welcome to the show, everyone. My name is Maximo, your host, as always, on Tuesday nights, because we are taking over the airwaves here at Vodpod Media. What's up, everybody? We got to give a big salute to everybody watching from home. Big salute to all of our friends and family in Michigan. Do you know I'm from Michigan?
Oh, yeah?
Yes.
Well, welcome to San Antonio.
Well, hey, listen, I've been here for a little while, but I'm originally from Michigan, and Michigan won the big game this weekend against Ohio State. We're going to whoop that ass this past weekend. But that's where we're still riding that high.
Okay.
And I'm still riding this high too. Let me tell you, I'm going to introduce my guest here in just a second, but I got a lot of stuff I want to say because we've been off the airways for a little bit. Look, the last 2 weeks, I've had the most untethered, indiscriminatory eating like nobody's business over the holiday week.
Yeah,
right. I gained 10 pounds in 2 weeks.
No way.
So I'm starting the Maximo workout plan this week, y'all. And if you want to know more details, get with me. Let me know how you're doing with your season, because it's about to get busy this next couple of season and this next couple of weeks with my guest, Lisa Lerma? What?
Lisa Nobody.
So what's up, girl? How you doing?
No soy nadie. I was never even here, guys.
Oh, I like it.
I'm like the local. What did I tell you? The Robin Hood.
You told me that.
Yeah, I'm a local Robin Hood, and I try to create situations where people can take advantage and have a good time or benefit and get the resources they need, and there's no need to boast or take any credit for it. I feel it takes a village, and you got to make things happen.
Well, there it is, folks. She's been working behind the scenes for the last 20 years or so, but she's ready to step in the spotlight. So we had to welcome her to the show. Yeah. Thank you so much for being here, Lisa. Thanks for coming on. I know you've been busy. I know you've got a lot going on in the next couple of weeks as well, but give me the story, because you fancy yourself as a comedian, I believe, correct?
Yes, a newly titled comedian.
And so why comedy?
Because my idol since I was a child. It started out with Fozzie Bear, and then it went to Joan Rivers, and then it's Adam Sandler. And I did my thing as a mother, providing, and I catered and barbecued. I mean, a lot of my friends out there, people in the area, in the community, they've seen me slang. I say #slang carne, because that's what I do, or that's what I did. But I retired after 20 years. It was during COVID, and my dad passed away, and I turned 40, and I'm like, you know what? It's time. It's time to do something different. And so not too long ago, I was changing my name on Facebook, because before I was Lisa fucking Lerma, and I would make shit happen. And then so comes along that I'm retiring from that business. I'm kind of changing my ways, because my youngest was already turning 18, and now I'm like, okay, well, what do I do with myself? So I changed my title to Lisa Nobody Lerma. Yo no soy nadie, pero yo soy de la tierra de Texas. That's how my dad raised me. Thinking.
Nice.
So I went back to that. And then when I was changing my title, when I was putting that I retired from the catering, well, what do I want to be now? What am I going to be now? Oh, well, waka, waka, waka. I'm a comedian now. So I've been asked, like, what stage have I performed on? Where? And I'm like, no, none of that. Cool. It's only if you experience it. If you come across me and, oh, man, I tend to kind of go too far, my husband says.
Man, that's all right.
I'm like, hey, it's okay. I'm a comedian. He says it's my way of being mean.
Well, our people find a way to shine no matter where they're at.
Hey, it's all about keeping it light.
That's right. That's right. And you're doing good things out in the community. Thank you for being here.
Yes, thank you for having me.
We like to think that everybody that's been in these chairs, everyone that's been on these mics, people are champions in their own right. People are out there doing the thing, spreading good, doing a little bit extra, putting a little bit more light on certain situations and improving, people's lives for the better. I understand you have an event coming up on December 16th, which is the next couple of weeks. What's going on? Talk to us about it.
So it's December 16th. It's at the historic Stinson Airfield. The city of San Antonio has been generous enough to sponsor that space to us to hold the event this year. And so with that, we have full range of the building, which gives an opportunity for the public to come in and actually experience it. There's numerous people that I've spoken to over the years that say they've never even been there. And even the school choir teacher that we have on board for the kids to come on and perform, he met with us there, and he's like, I've never been here, and it's so amazing. And, there's so much to do and see and take advantage of the spot. So to be able to open up that part to the community is awesome. And so what we're going to do is have a full free, family-friendly event, open to the public. It's a way for families to come and have a Christmas experience totally for free. The kids can take pictures with Santa. They'll get a little treat. They'll get a goodie. They'll get a candy, all in one. And there's going to be a car show. Well, not a car show, excuse me. It's a show and shine. But very nice vehicles to come out for everybody to enjoy. Then we're going to have some performances. We have a special guest, Phyllis Villagran. She's District 3's councilwoman. So she'll be starting off the event and welcoming Hot Rod Claus into the event and all that good stuff.
Hot Rod Claus.
Hot Rod Claus. That's my...
There you go. And so you got the Mrs. Santa outfit, Ron. You were just talking about that just a moment ago.
Yeah.
Did you have a story you wanted to share with us about Cyber Saturday, was it?
It was a bad Cyber Saturday
All right, folks.
for me.
Tell us about your experiences on Cyber Saturday.
Yes.
Whether it was... Wait a minute. Is it Small Business Saturday or Cyber Monday? I don't know.
Cyber
One
Monday
of the two,
then?
whatever it is.
Okay.
Tell us about your shopping experiences
I did
over the
have a
weekend.
I had a bad experience, and I'm just compelled to speak about it because I saw other people posting their little experiences, and I was like, wow, okay, so it didn't just happen to me.
Well, what happened? I'm on the edge of my seat.
Amazon took my order, and it went through, and I didn't hear anything from them for like a day and a half, and then all of a sudden I get an email saying that I've got to resubmit the order with the new payment method, and when I did that, it took away my discounts. It pushed the order back, so my dress wasn't even going to get here on time for the events that I have going on. And I was like, oh man. So I cried myself to sleep because it was just like I had everything picked out perfectly. I had everything, everything was going to come in on time, and even the sizing I was looking up, like, okay, things, it looks great. And then it didn't happen. So then the next day, of course, because my husband prays for me, we pray for each other. And, we went to bed reassured that it's going to work out for the best. Well, we go to Home Depot the next day. And I said, you know what, baby, since we're out, can you take me to Ross? And he's like, he's got his truck to work on. He wanted to hurry up and get back. And I'm like, you know what? I don't ever ask you for anything. Just if I'm compelled, please. And so, okay. So he took me. I found the perfect dress. It's not this. This is just something cute that I found. But I found the perfect dress, and it's awesome.
Well,
and it's totally new Mrs. Claus, like a whole new persona. It's everything I feel like this year is new. So that's really awesome.
That's what's up.
It had a really good ending.
I thought you were going to tell me something else because, a lot of people have some bad experiences shopping. I know a lot of people are shopping online these days because it's more convenient than going out.
Yeah.
But when you shop online, you get instances like that.
Yes, and that's the same reason I wouldn't use Square for my business. You're downtown, you're in Southtown, you're charging somebody for barbecue. You think their card goes through, and then the next day you get a notification saying that you have to hit up that customer again. And what customer wants to give you their card over the phone, or who's going to meet with you again to pay $12 for their turkey leg? So you call it a loss. So I never did that either. Wow. And even the shopping, I had kind of given up shopping. It's how I talk about how I'm reinventing myself. It had been almost an entire year since I had shopped either. And I didn't realize I was being frugal in a way that would benefit me later. I read that a few months back, actually, that some people purposely, consciously make that effort to hold back, stop spending in a certain way, and for a better outcome. It's like a sacrifice, right? But I did it subconsciously. I have everything I need at this point in life. I'm well taken care of, and there's no need for it. But then now I'm learning, like, hey, I'm actually making decisions that are going to benefit me in the future. I'm doing it selflessly and trying to do it with as little ego as possible.
There you go.
And it's working.
Well, that's good to hear, because
and thank you for asking.
I often wonder about, like, how much do we actually need, right?
Yeah.
Like, what do we actually need, right? And I believe in, having nice things. And if people want to spend their money in a certain way, that's all good, right? I'm nobody to tell anybody what to do with their money, with their time, with their resources. People work hard. They should enjoy the fruits of their labor.
Amen. Yes,
but I often wonder myself, like, what exactly do we need? Like, how much do I need?
Yeah.
Yes,
and that's a good point to bring up pertaining to the event.
Yeah, tell us more.
I believe in giving more than, yes, it's a gift, we're donating, but you instill hope in people. You reassure them that there are people out there looking out for you, that care about your well-being. Some people just need a little reassurance that they're doing okay and better. And so with this event, we've given before to shelters, and I still intend on doing a few of those things if we have toys left over after helping the families that are nominated. But I wanted to readjust it this year to where the donations go towards hardworking families that are barely making it, people that struggle all year and they pay their rent, whether it be on time or not, and they're paying their bills, but hey, they can't keep up with the trends, and they're not going to be able to come up with very much for Christmas. And those are the people I really want to touch this year, to reassure them that, hey, it's okay. Yeah. You're doing great. Keep doing this. This is just a holiday. This is just, if you can, to make you feel good. You're supposed to feel good about it. It's not supposed to be a stressful thing.
That's the thing too, and the holidays can be a very stressful time. So folks, right now we're going to talk about the holiday season. Right now, love it or not love it. Anywhere you go today, people are talking about buying gifts. They're talking about buying presents. They're talking about spending money. You're going to the malls. You're going online, for better or for worse. We live in a capitalist society, right? Yeah. And people are spending money on other people. They want to give people gifts. People are often very generous as well. People are very kind. Yeah. People are very kind. And I do think that if the holiday season can give us anything, it is for people to be a little kinder, a little softer, a little bit more gentle, have a little bit more patience with the next person.
Be compassionate.
I think people tend to, move in that direction during the holiday season. Yeah, I really do.
It does. And that's where we've been told a lot, or thanked for doing the toy drives, because we give people an opportunity to participate in something like what we create. Otherwise, and that's why I say it takes a village. I mean, it's not just us and, we get all the toys and we give all the toys. No, it takes them and it takes them and whoever feels compelled to. And I'm a big believer in not blocking somebody's blessing. I learned that if somebody wants to offer you something, don't ever say no. Yeah. And so if somebody wants to donate toys or somebody wants to give in away, thank you. And yes, and I will reassure that it's going to go somewhere where it's needed.
There you go. So where can people drop off toys at? Can they do that?
They can drop off that day of the event, December 16th. It's at 8535 Mission Road. It's at the Stinson Municipal Airport. I'm also organizing with Lighthouse Lounge on the west side to have a drop box there so that people can stop by in that location and drop off. I'm hoping to also have a couple other drop box locations, but that's pending, even though it's still 2 weeks away. But I mean, anything can happen. So
people do things at the last minute too.
Yeah. So it totally works out. It's just all an effort. We have some sponsors that are sponsoring cash, so we'll be going out and shopping prior to the date that we actually give the donations. And
So can people give money?
Yes, people can give money. People can even give like hygiene stuff, towels, blankets, anything that they feel compelled to give, because these families, it's not just little babies. They've got teenagers, and they've got, just even elderly. If somebody, needs something for an elderly and we can donate a blanket along with the toys, just touch their heart, that's awesome. In the past, with a lot of the stuff we had left over that didn't go to kids, we went to a facility like an elderly facility, and we knocked on all the doors and left little baskets with goodie bags of whatever we had left, little hygiene products and stuff. So anything can be used. We'll accept anything. It's a toy drive, but there's always people that can need more than just toys.
All right, folks, there you have it. So get with Lisa, get with everybody involved with Hot Rod Claws to Stinson Airfield Toy Drive and Show and Shine. Show and Shine is a good way to, talk about, the cars, having the cars. How many cars are you going to have out there?
Okay, so so far we have at least 40, 50 cars.
Wow.
That are interested in participating in the procession. We'll all be meeting at the Pep Boys parking lot. We got permission from the manager. Thank you very much, Pep Boys and Jose. And we'll be meeting there in the morning with the giant shopping cart. Did you hear about that?
I've seen it.
Okay.
It's huge, right?
This shopping cart is humongous. And our friends over at Texas Cornfield Customs, Jay and his family. Every year they have escorted us to whatever toy drives we do, and then we participate in whatever he's got booked. So thank you very much, Jay. We love you. Always making it happen. He escorts us. He gets us into the toy drives, and we're able to participate and gain more coverage and, but more attention to what's going on. But so giant cart, and it's going to meet there, and then the other car is going to follow us. We're going to cruise down Roosevelt into the Stinson Airport.
Wow.
And all those cars that follow us in that will be able to park on the tarmac at Stinson Airfield in front of a few different antique airplanes, and have a really nice setting for photo ops and all that. And then anybody else who misses out on that, we have permission to use a parking lot right across the street specifically for show and shine. So we're trying to get as many people as we can to participate in it. We even got permission to use the huge lot next to the parking lot, so that can be for huge trucks. Anybody who's got like a Toyota truck club, Jeep truck club, y'all are more than welcome as well. It's not specifically to just one genre of vehicles.
Yeah,
we want everybody to participate, just like it's open to the public for everybody to bring their families. It's the same with vehicles. I believe in unity in that sense. I'm not specifically one or the other. I like all car genres to independents or car clubs to come together. I've always promoted that for many years, and it seems to work. It brings unity. Community means unity.
There you go.
Yes.
And so this is a great community event. It sounds huge, but it sounds like it's for everybody. So no matter who you are, you can come out, you can participate, you can donate, you can maybe pick up a gift, right? I mean, do people show up and say, hey, could I get a gift for my kids? I mean, how does that work?
Well, I won't be distributing gifts that day.
No, okay, not that day.
They're going to be families that are nominated, but that day I will be more than happy to add people to the list.
Add people to the list.
Yes,
there you
so
go,
that
folks.
same day, yes.
Don't hesitate to get on the list. I think a lot of times some of our people don't want to ask for help.
And don't hesitate to ask for help. I say it again, it takes a village. And this today, the society, I'm independent, I do on my own, or, and the ain't this and you ain't that. And no, it doesn't work that way. Too much pride is not going to get you anywhere. All it does is get you frustrated, upset, angry at everybody else who didn't come and help you because you didn't ask and they didn't know. That's not fair. So it's a whole process of that needs to be changed, and that's why I come with compassion. Somebody who's lived a hard life and has a hard attitude, and it's still, hey, I'm going to treat you the same way that I would somebody who is showing me respect. The only difference is that I understand that you don't show respect because you're not shown that, or you're too angry for that, or I know it stems from somewhere else. So I know not to take it personal. Yeah. And but it takes a lot to handle that. And so I don't put it on everybody, but I am capable of it. And so I put myself in that position, and I'm very thankful that I have people to back us up, resources that I've sent people to. They are more than welcome, happy to welcome people for what they need. And there's a lot of understanding people out there.
I got you.
Not everybody hates everybody.
It's just some people.
Yeah, but it's been for a reason though, so can't be judged.
You sound like a people person. Would you say you're a people person?
I believe in people. You
believe in the good in people.
I believe that everybody is good. They just go through bad things that including myself. Yeah. I speak from experience. The whole reason that I do this is because of my own experience. I don't do it to try and teach a lesson or to try and show somebody that, it can be done. I do it because of my story. And I'll tell you my story, a little bit of it. I was 17 and I was already a mother of 2. That's kind of crazy. That's crazy to be 2 children at 17. And so at 17, mother of 2, my mom passed away at 17. And my children's father went to prison for life at 17. So I found myself with nobody. But I kept my head up, and I wasn't afraid to ask for whatever reason. And I would go to like these different little organizations like Avance and Frank Tejeda Academy and the Henry B. Gonzalez Thanksgiving event that they do there. This organization on Fitch or on Gerald, it was like the Fitch something program, after school program. I would go to all these places and volunteer, but so I could feed my kids at night. at the end, or go and try and participate and give the food pantries, so then at the end I get a little bit of, and I always made sure to give something if I'm going to receive something. And that's at 17, 18 years old.
Yeah.
Now a lot of things happened after that, and life wasn't easy. It didn't make my life easy. I went through a lot of things, but I still held my head up high and was able to keep my children in my life and maintain some kind of dignity because of all of these things. And so even raising my kids, and once life did smooth out a little, I still made sure to raise them in that setting and make sure that we give back. And even when they didn't like it, they make their faces, but I make them be there. And after a while, they soften up to it. And, and so that's what it takes. Not everybody knows how to give back.
Well, that's a very promising story. Listen, I feel for you. I commend you for having that attitude and that spirit. Some people would be in that position, like you mentioned, and go a different route. You know what I mean? Have a different mindset. And I commend you, and it speaks to what we're talking about, is having a heart of kindness, during the holiday season, right? And again, for better or for worse, a lot of people celebrate, recognize certain days during these next 30 days or so, or 40 days, right? I mean, you had Thanksgiving last week. Some people don't recognize Thanksgiving. Other people are going to look and observe Christmas. Some people will not, so on and so forth. But again, as I mentioned, it seems like for the most part, people tend to give people a little bit more grace, a little bit more patience, a little bit more, hey, you know what, I'm sorry, during the holiday season. Some don't. But, I find the day-to-day stuff, like we mentioned, people tend to crash and butt heads with people, whether it be coworkers, people that, you live in the neighborhood with, people, family members. Some people don't get along. Your own struggles with yourself, right?
Yep.
So maybe this is a time during this season where we give each other more grace. We give ourselves more grace. We extend a helping hand to people where we can. And what you said, to echo your story and what we're doing now, even what we do at this show, we don't have a lot either, really, but we make do with what we can.
Yes.
If we can give something, let's give something.
Yes.
Right?
Well,
even
the opportunity of y'all having me here and give,
that's, we wanted to have you here.
Great. Yes.
We try to keep our finger on the pulse as well. So anything that's in the community, things that help our people out, things that are free for the community, we want to have and highlight those things, and good people.
And I can tell with that reaching out, and you didn't have to have us, but you have us. And it's the same thing with me or me and my husband and I, or even our partner. Like we don't come from wealth. We're not well off ourselves to where everything's in order, but that doesn't stop us from doing these events. And it shouldn't. And that's reassuring to people too, that, hey, we're average people and we're just trying to give back or teach y'all how to give and give selflessly. And not even that it has to be a toy, to appreciate every little thing, a little written card,
there you go.
Whatever you can do, even like I said earlier, just the words, just some kind words or reassurance. Man, it can go a long way.
It surely can. A little respect goes a long way. A little bit of kindness.
Yeah.
So think about that when you're giving this season, folks. If you're giving, and if you're not, we get it too, But it's really reassuring to have you here to talk about this. I'm looking forward to coming out to this. I want to be here as well. We have the 16th available. I know I have something in the afternoon, but I can come out in the morning.
That's what's up.
10 a.m. start. We're going to be out there doing the thing.
Yes, for the slow roll. Come on through for the slow roll, because we're going to have media out there. We're going to have hopefully a drone set up so it can follow us, and we're going to get that kind of footage, and it's just going to be awesome. And then as soon as we roll up with Santa, the school choir will start performing. Ooh. So it's like this whole little setting.
It's creative.
And I want it to be as Christmassy as possible. I want you to feel like you're showing up to like a little elementary school, festival or
That's
something.
Nice.
Yeah.
So let me ask you, like, what do you like to do in your spare time?
Chill.
So you like to chill,
become one with myself. I have found myself a few times, but just really loving myself, because my kids are older now, and I have that time, thankfully. And I retired from my barbecue business, and that's why I said I feel like everything's changing this year for me, and it's so awesome. Not to say things are perfect, but those things that are changing are just like, I know they're all meant to be for a reason. And but yeah, on my spare time, I chill and I figure out new things to do. Or like, okay, I can cuss on the show, right?
She can curse, she said. She asked
So
me
I tell
earlier, is
people-
there cursing on the show? I said, well, I guess.
Yeah, if you fucking have to. No. But yeah, I tell people, because they're like, well, what do you do now? Well, I do whatever the fuck I want.
There you go.
Yeah, I do whatever the fuck
You
I
pick
want.
up a book, you watch Netflix, you chill,
Yes.
you do some writing, you hang out with hubby.
Yes, yes. And cook yummy food and just love with all my heart where I can, when I can. And yeah.
So you shared a little bit about, and I want to come back to this, but I'm going to get back to it, right? So you shared a little bit about your story of maybe struggling a little bit, and now you seem like you're in a good place.
Yeah.
What would you tell someone who might have been in your position, 20 years ago?
Yes. Love yourself.
Love yourself.
Love yourself. Don't be so hard on yourself. Have some patience for yourself. Take some time to just breathe and let your subconscious speak to your conscience, and things can work out nicely. You just stay calm about things instead of freaking out immediately. And be happy about change. If something abruptly changes, instead of freaking out that plans didn't go your way, thank God. Thank a higher source. Look forward to the next step. Look forward to that spontaneousness of change that, that can bring something better.
Yeah.
You might be blocking a bigger blessing by being mad that what you had planned didn't work out.
Yeah. Well, she's speaking on a lot of good truths right now, because you're talking about, being patient and loving yourself, even when that may be difficult. And now you're embracing things you wanted to do, previously. And so you're coming back to what you love. I talk to a lot of people about chasing their passions. And I think the way I tell people is that you should do what you can't stop thinking about. If you can't stop thinking about it, that must mean that your heart or your head is set on this. You should give it a shot.
Yes.
And how do you do it? Sometimes it's as simple as jumping in.
Yes.
Trying it.
Fear, it gets instilled in us at a very early age. And I believe that fear doesn't even exist.
Ooh.
It's not even. And I just told my husband earlier, he said something earlier, and I just patiently said, I'm sorry, honey, but that doesn't even exist in my vocabulary. There's just some things that I choose not to acknowledge, and it has saved my life.
Well, that's good too. And let's talk about our hubbies. Let's talk about our relationships.
Okay.
We might as well bring it in, because you came in here earlier with your husband,
Yes.
correct? Seemed like a really nice guy. I don't know him yet. He's got the heart. He's got the heart symbols too.
He's my everything.
So let's talk about our partners. We do this work in the community, right? We have our partners that support us. What is one thing that you would encourage, anyone watching this, how they can be supportive to you as an entrepreneur, right? If you're an entrepreneur, how can your partners support you and support each other during things like this? Because I know this is a lot of work.
Yes.
Is he involved with? He's got to be involved with this.
He's tremendously involved.
All right, so working
and
together.
He does what I say.
Ooh, I
But
heard
in
that.
a nice way. In a nice way, because I know when to listen to him.
Okay,
And
so listening.
It's not about being dominant or, being the pushover or whatever sayings there are. But I believe in knowing my place. And sometimes my place is listening to my husband so that things can work well, because they're his ideas. And who am I to change his ideas and visions, right? So it's the same thing with me. He knows his place when to just follow and know and believe in my visions and ideas. But it takes that. It takes liking each other,
Yeah.
and respecting each other. And it's not always, but we've been together. We're going to be 14 years? Yeah.
Okay.
And
Congratulations.
thank you. And that comes from experience, how we've grown together.
Well, me and my partner have been together for 14 days.
Oh, yeah.
And so we're celebrating our 14-day anniversary today.
Y'all are doing that?
I'm kidding. She's probably saying,
I was like, oh
she's
my
probably getting
God.
ready to type some curse words into her
Yeah,
phone.
I'm
She's
like,
probably
what
the
the
only one
heck,
watching this
honey?
right now too, by the way. But no, honestly, look, you're speaking on these good subjects. Like, just again, when we say I find this is that we have to break this up in sizable chunks. Not that we have to dull it down for our audience, but if we say listen, love, respect, kindness, understanding, that's a big mountain for some people, particularly when it's little things that get in the way. It's not really the big things. Sometimes with me and my partner, it's like, well, she tells me, well, hey, why do you have to say it like that? Maybe I was a little too peppy. Maybe I was a little too poppy. Maybe my neck was twerking a little bit too much for her that afternoon, and I need to calm it down. I need to understand what time it is.
Well, I have a rebuttal for that.
There you go. Tell me.
I would ask her, what about how I'm being offends you?
Well, that's a good question.
Because when somebody reacts to how you're being, it's really their own issue that they have. What makes them uncomfortable with how you are? Yeah. Why there's an insecurity there. That's a whole other thing.
It could be, there's a lot of things that go into that equation, right? So it's not always a perfect fit, right, for anyone. So if you're watching right now for relationship advice, it may be hitting it and it may not be.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I know. They're going to be like, this fake ass chick.
Well, I think, again, when we talk about, relationships and partners, it has to be a partnership, right? It has to be that, right? Yeah. So just like it is in business, it has to be like that with how you run your household, with how you, speak to each other, with how you match each other, right? With energy, with, with your intentions, with, how you navigate the world, right? That's really important.
Yes. And I am a big believer in that the way of life affects a relationship. That yes, they start out in love, but then reality hits and bills hit and the daily stresses hit. And then that distracts people from their true love that they could be expressing to each other. So that's one of the things too, is that people have to learn to take a step back from that experience and go back to loving the person they fell in love with. Things don't seem so funny anymore because, now we need to be serious because we got bills to pay. And man, you can't take things so serious. This life is not that serious.
That's a good point.
Yeah, this life is not you're always going to be behind on something. You're always going to have something more to do. So don't make it stressful and don't worry about it. Focus on what's in front of you at the moment, and things will flow beautifully.
So if you're hearing anything, folks, and you take any one thing from tonight's show, please don't stress.
Yeah.
Because stress is a major killer.
Yeah.
On a lot of levels. Man, we don't need to stress. We don't need additional stress. We don't need to pass that stress on to someone else. Mm-hmm. Like, let's just breathe. Let's try our best.
Yes.
I find that is a good way to talk to our community, because sometimes we give our community like the highest goal. We tell everyone, hey, climb Mount Everest. Yeah. Like, no, we don't need to start at Mount Everest. We need to start at Eisenhower Park. Yeah. Let's just take that walk up there and see if we can start there. Let's start by taking the steps. See, a lot of people are like, oh, I want to lose 100 pounds. Well, let's start with 1 pound.
With 1 pound.
You know what I mean?
Exactly.
And then it just seems so daunting sometimes. The goal
seems too
far-fetched. Exactly.
That people don't realize that it takes a lot of little goals to get to
all of the little steps. Exactly. Mm-hmm. And those add up to the big steps. And it can be done with any of our goals. Also this season, people tend to make a lot of New Year's resolutions, right? So in about a month or so, people are going to be making New Year's resolutions.
Yes.
I'm sure you have some opinions on that. Is it good? Is it not good? What do you think?
I just, that's basic bitch shit.
So why then, right?
It's like do something long term. Give yourself a chance. Go long term with it. It's a good starter, but it's that too far-fetched of a goal. The month, and then the month is over and you're like, I still look the same. Nobody's told me anything. And so what for? And then you go on the guilt trip because you fell off, and there's too much of that. Yeah. It's like with my weight loss journey, which I'll take you up on with what you said at the beginning of your podcast. You're like, the season, you're going to do something, right? What did you say? You're going to do a fitness goal?
3-day-a-week full body workout challenge.
Okay. I'm going to try. I'm going to do steps, but it takes that. But with my weight loss journey, I'm at a healthy part of my life. I could lose a little bit. Yeah. I stayed in all summer. But at one point I was like a 26, and now I'm like at an 18, 16 when I lose a little. But I feel healthy.
That's what really matters.
Do things, but that's, you're talking about. I'm at where I'm at right now, or let's say my thinnest. Okay, from going size 26 to about 14, 16. That was like a 7-year span.
Yeah, it was a process.
I didn't do it instantly. Yeah, and because I wanted to make sure my skin isn't flappy. I stay toned. People think that I just have this big butt for nothing. Like, no, even though I'm a big girl, I still do my squats. It takes doing things. And then to maintain your breath and to, just keep yourself at a good heart rate and all that. It really takes some working on. And that's more important than just meeting a weight goal.
Yeah, the number on the scale is only one part of the story.
Yeah. And being thin and, just being hard on yourself for getting to that, or if, no, it's when you can take a good breath without, and when you can do this or that, when you can dance all night on the dance
floor. There you go.
Man,
now you
so
talking.
Great.
Now you talking. That's what I'm saying. So, folks, if you're watching this right now, if you're considering a New Year's resolution, let us know what it is. We want to hear about your goals, because sometimes putting it out there means that someone's going to hold you accountable. Someone's going to get on the comments and say, hey, I got a goal to start my LLC, start my business up. I got a goal to, buy a new car. I got a goal to, move into my first home, whatever it may be. If you got a goal to help your child with their homework 3 days a week after school, that's a goal. We want to hear what your goals are. The other thing is, like, do you need the new year to start the goal? Do you need a calendar year? Now, I would argue, look, whatever it takes. If it takes a new year, 2024 is a new year, new you, then go ahead and do your thing.
If that's what
motivates you, you can start today, though.
Yeah.
We can start right now, right? I mean, I think a lot of people with weight loss goals or fitness goals think, I'm about to eat crazy over the next couple of weeks, right? Because you got tamale season, right?
Yeah.
We talked about eating the tamales this year. Thanksgiving year, people eating leftovers for Thanksgiving all week this week. The chopped up turkey salad sandwiches, and you overeating, right? And so people are thinking, I'll start with my fitness stuff later because I'm about to eat good this next 4 weeks. Is that the story? What is it? I don't know.
Yeah. And I can speak from experience. Like, I've been fasting all day.
Good for you.
I won't eat till later. I do those intermittent, how do you say the word?
Intermittent fasting.
Intermittent fasting. I'm a big believer in that. And that helped with my health a lot too, because your body rejuvenates itself. But yeah, and I'm doing it right now. We just finished Thanksgiving, and I want to look a little better and feel better on December 16th. So I'm taking it upon myself, just because I know that and it'll make me feel good. It makes me feel a little better. So we can do it. It doesn't have that. And I don't mean to offend anybody. When offend them,
please.
Bitch shit.
Please offend them.
To me, it should be when you feel the time, when your body starts feeling too heavy, when your chest starts feeling a certain heaviness, or you're just going through, you start seeing your body change a little. People's skin will start getting dry, or they'll get rashes, or they'll this or that because they're just eating the wrong things. That's the time to change your life. When you feel like you're fed up and you're done with that and you just feel disgusted, that's the time to change. Yeah. And that's not just with weight loss. That's in life.
It's everything.
When you're just like, the streets have taken me. I'm tired of so-and-so. I'm this or that. And you're crying out for help. That's you bursting like a diamond. You're ready to explode and just become this new, beautiful, shiny thing.
There you go. Yes. Spoken like a true champion.
Yeah.
Spoken through someone who sounds like she has a lot of experience.
I have a lot of,
Spoken like a wise prophet.
Little bit.
You've been sent here for a reason tonight. Yeah. You've been summoned.
That's why I've never spoken before, guys. This is my first podcast.
It's our first podcast, folks, here at the Maximo Show. Getting down and dirty on the streets on the east side of downtown.
Oh, watch out.
Watch out, folks. But we're having a good time. Look, I appreciate you coming through here.
It's a great time.
I'll be honest, a lot of people that come in here sometimes tell us they get a little bit nervous. There ain't no reason to be nervous, folks. If you want to get on the show, DM us. Comment, let us know what you got going on. If you got a project, if you want to talk about your new life, your new year, new goals, we want to meet you. We want to uplift people. We want to showcase the community. We want to showcase our people, our champions. A lot of people ask me, well, who you having on the show this week? And they're waiting for like a big name. They want to hear like such and such, like the person's name and the lights. I'm like, nah, because everybody's a champion. Yeah. Everybody's a hero in their own right. Everyone's got a story. Everyone's got something that they can relate with, to someone else.
Yes.
And we like to highlight everybody. We like to highlight people that are in the community, people that have good hearts, people that want to uplift other people and just have engaging conversations.
Wait, so I'm the first famous person here?
You're the first famous person, Lisa Nobody Lerma.
That's right.
And
you
gotta
never
find
even
her.
Here, guys.
So let me ask you, can people like look you up online? Like, can they follow you? I mean, like, where can we find more about you?
So my new business page is downgraded. I stepped away from the other page that was outmaxed with the friends request. And I like to say I know at least 1 million people, because throughout my life, I've always made it a goal, like in any event, to meet X amount of people, talk to X amount of people, engage with so many people, with my cake business, all of that. So
wait a minute, did you say cake?
Yeah, I used to do a cake
hangry.
business. No, I retired from that too.
All right, go ahead. Keep going.
But,
I'm sorry.
Where was I going with this?
All the people you know.
All the people. And so now on my new page, it's Sweet Spot. It's spelled SWIIT Spot. And it is a business page. You can contact me there. I also openly put out my phone number, my email address. People can contact me in all different ways, especially now that we're trying to get families nominated that are in need.
Yeah.
My information is totally out there. So Sweet Spot on Facebook. I'm also hashtag Southside Thing is my organization that I will be, like you mentioned, if new goals of the LLC and the registered this and the that, that's what I'm in the process of, so that I can give back even more. Thank you, God. And so there'll be more ways to get a hold of me and more ways to take advantage of the resources out there, because it amazes me how a lot of these resources aren't publicized, and you have to know somebody to know what's going on or how to get back. And that's my goal, is with hashtag Southside Thing, to keep it open, information open to the public, resources.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, there it is, folks. Listen, if you need something to do on December 16th, you happen to be in San Antonio, make sure you find them online. This sounds like a great event, 10 a.m. to 3 p.m. You're going to be able to go chill with Hot Rod Claus, put your name on the list, get with Lisa here, get with the Southside Thing on the hashtags, check them out. A lot of good people are doing a lot of good things this season. We're going to try to keep up with all of them as well, folks. Maybe develop and compile like a list of resources for folks, for places to go, for things to do, for ways to give and to give back, folks. As I mentioned, I think the holiday season are a time that tends to bring out the best. Mm-hmm. Maybe we can use that just as a little bit of leverage to help people do a little bit more and be a little bit better.
Yeah, to give them the courage to give back. And I can't stress it enough. There's different ways to give back.
Yeah.
It doesn't have to come out of your pocket. It's just speaking to somebody in a different way, expressing something, spreading some knowledge, informing somebody of something that might be able to help them. There's so many different ways to give back.
Well, good for you.
Yeah.
And folks, that's our show for the week. I had to tell people the show always goes by really fast.
It does.
And so thank you so much for being here. I'm going to let Lisa get the final words and close the show on this last Tuesday of November. December's here. It's going to be here next week. Actually, this Friday, 2024 is right around the corner. So we're getting ready to move fast and furiously these next couple of weeks. We hope you're doing well wherever you're at. Make sure to give us a like, comment, share, subscribe here at Vodpod Media, the Maximo Show. Lisa's going to take it home, and we'll see you next week, folks.
Yes, and thank you for having me again. And I just wanted to take a time to mention some of our sponsors and what they have to contribute. And so first and foremost is Varios with Values. My homeboy Clint. He's
Westwood.
The one that opened the doors for us to do this with the city. I'm really appreciative, and I look forward to doing a lot of things with him. And another one is a Trailblazer Cafe that's inside Stinson Airfield. They've accommodated us with space and the permissions for the property, and so they've been a big help as well. The City of San Antonio for allowing us. City of San Antonio, their aviation department, actually. So that's a great team. And Chica's Bakery Mas, she'll be the one sponsoring the cookies that we give out for free, and the Texas Cornfield Customs for donating their time and with the giant cart and always hosting with us. Texas Bearded Cartel, he's sponsoring the advertising. That's a homeboy of ours. He does a lot for the community, and he actually has a toy drive coming up this next Sunday at Southtown 101. So y'all have that opportunity to give donations as well. We have Bazan Styles, and he's chipping in with the show cars. He's going to put on a nice display in the entry. And we have Lighthouse Lounge, who's helping us with the donations. DJ Cami, Schultz Elementary Choir with Mr. Schultz. And we also have a big thank you for Phyllis Villagran, District 3 Councilwoman. She'll be there hosting. Alamo City Rods for being one of the first car clubs to actually sign up and participate. And Yvette Delgado, she helped with the graphics and put the flyer together. And there's plenty more I could mention. I wish I could mention the Bolado family for always being there and participating. Daniel Cervantes, Viejito, he is always there. with his car, showing support. We've got a lot of people to be thankful for. It takes a village, guys. So we look forward to seeing everybody this December 16th. It's at Stinson Municipal Airport at 8535 Mission Road. It's going to be from 10 a.m. to 3 p.m. and you can stay later. They have a full bar. They're going to have a jazz band even after that. So it's going to be a whole day full of fun and nice things. So I look forward to seeing everybody. And it's a family-free, friendly event open to the public.
All right, open to the public, folks. We'll see you down there at Stinson. And hey, this has been the Maximo Show. Great time kicking it here with Lisa. Big shout out to Clint. Big shout out to Guylin. Big shout out to Jaden. Big shout out to the Hot Rod Claus who's in the building as well. We're going to get with y'all next week, and we'll see you next time. Thanks so much for being here.
Thank you for having us. Ow.
Wrap it up, folks.
All right. Man, that was great.